Hello everyone, and welcome to your January 2019 Tarotscopes. Of course, I've missed December 2018, but it has been a very busy time, so I do apologize, and I hope you are enjoying catching up with what's going on with 2019. Now, do remember to check out my events calendar on my Carolyn Clairvoyant website. As you will find, I have quite an extensive year of travel around, and I'm going to be in lots of places all at once, so it would be wonderful to be able to catch up, do a one-on-one reading or a group booking. I thank you so much for your wonderful patronage over the years, and I look forward to connecting with you more and more as we move through 2019. Cosmic hugs, everybody. Hello Aries, here we go. Now we've got a couple of little guides in the way here just so that I can make sure that I've got our cards in the screen. So here we go. We're going to have a look at what does January 2019 have for you in your Tarotscopes. Here we go, one more shuffle. Now we'll cover the 5 areas of your life, which will be your home and family, your career goals and aspirations. So here we go. Your finances, health and well-being, and of course your relationship areas. And then we have our cards which have dropped out, and we'll put these to one side and we will read them a little bit later. So the first thing that you do have around you in connection with the home and the family, this is all going to be about clean slates, new changes, wonderful things. You've got the Fool sitting here, and the Fool represents stepping out into the unknown, but having a little bit of faith and trust that it's going to be okay. Everything has changed, so the new year is really going to be stimulating a time in which you're looking at everything being different to what you normally have in previous years. So it's going to be a time of just trusting that you're on the right path, trusting that the home is going to be a lot more settled, trusting that there are new dynamics around, and it's really going to give you a chance to be able to see this as the month progresses. However, your attitude will have this is all about change, and wonderful changes coming through. Your career goals and aspirations will be all about the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse tells you that there are problems in which you've put a lot of energy into your career path and your goals. You may not have found it being quite conducive. You may have found issues in which you've put a lot more in and not been rewarded for this. So you're looking at ways in which you can better your career path, and you may be looking at ways in which you don't want to no longer waste that time in areas that have not been beneficial. Remember, we talked about this being a clean slate. So you're looking at ways in which you can make a change. Now, you may hold this off for a little while longer till around about mid-year, because this is a winter card, okay? And for those in different hemispheres, of course, it could be that you've already been holding it off until you've got to this point. Spirit does indicate that this is going to be quite a challenging time. You may not get a strong benefit from everything that you are ensuring or trying to pursue, and you may find that it is a time of patience rather than a time of feeling that you need to rush decisions. You could be jumping out of the frying pan into the fire, literally. So this is a time of just waiting for these transitions to pass. And you are quite reflective of 2018. You're quite reflective of your goals and your ambitions and what has not been able to support you. So you're really going through a time of looking at what can support you throughout 2019. And part of you is wanting to clear that slate. Just take this leap of faith. And around your career path, this could be quite significant for you, especially if you have been finding yourself energetically pretty worn out because you're giving a lot but not gaining a lot back. Your finances, well, this is actually quite good because it's a Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles here shows that you are working on ways in which you can generate a more fruitful time of incomes. You're going to be investing more in your property or financial material areas. You've got better budgets coming up. You may be finding yourself really looking at this as a way in attempting new education or training, new skills, new abilities, and anything that you invest there are going to be quite significant. Remember, we said we're starting the new year off quite fresh, so this could be a time in which you really start to see your money working for yourself, or the ways in which you can work better for your money. This is a home and property card. It's usually around areas connected with real estate, study, and so forth, but you will find that it all comes down to how you budget and structure in order to have the success that you want in the long term. So this is where your plans and your goals are. They're happening and formulating in January, but really you're looking at the long-term results of what will transpire. So it should be financially quite a very stable month for you, with being able to get better incomes or better support systems around your financial structures. And do remember, this is because you're not going to be wasting time in areas that are no longer productive for you. Health and betterment, look, we've got the number 3 sitting here, 3 of Swords in reverse. I generally gravitate this to the 3rd house when it is a numerical card. It shows compromises, or your health has been compromised, and you may need to take time out, especially in and around the 3rd house of the zodiac, which represents siblings. It also represents short journeys, but on another pathway, and intellectual, by the way, studies, but on the other pathway it also represents the shoulders, the arms, and in and around the lung capacities. So you may have found yourself going through periods of time of feeling a little bit compromised around that upper body. Maybe this is about you being able to step back and not take on so much responsibility for the well-being or the emotional betterment of others, not getting caught up in frictions with siblings, understanding that this is going to be a two-way street, and to remove that tension or stress, you may need to be the bigger person in being able to understand that circumstances are quite different, and as much as you may need to want to push forward and have your own opinions, Spirit is indicating you are best to just utilize this time as a time of compromise, or a time in which you can better situations for yourself, get something off your chest, but not in a way that it's going to put you in a position that you're going to feel quite isolated or removed from circumstances around you. So just be a little bit cautious on the wording there. As much as you would like to clear the slate here and just say, no, we're starting afresh, part of you may need to take a little bit of time and patience and tolerance around those areas. Now, relationships is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about forced changes. This means situations cannot stay the way that they have been. Your hand has been literally forced into a circumstance in which you are going to need to really rectify this if you are going to come out of this feeling like it's something that you've learnt a lot about, but better understanding. It's time to clear the slate around your personal life. It's time to stop wasting time in areas in which you have been putting a lot of energy in and finding it not very productive. You've reached the compromises here, but you're still feeling, no matter what you do, that situations are not working out the way that you want. So Spirit is going to force a few lessons here, and those lessons could be about where you have put yourself in a compromising situation, where relationships or personal areas of your life are concerned, and how now it's best to make these changes. Now, the cards that fell out were the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups, and then the Chariot in reverse. And basically what this is going to tell you is that you're really indecisive at the moment. You're trying to please everybody or everything, but you're not really confident. You're not confident about what you need to be doing. And because of this, you're questioning, why is it that I can't stand up for myself? Why is it that I'm in this position right now? What is it that I know I need to be doing, but I can't seem to settle it? And this has a lot to do with your past. It can have a lot to do with children and family. It can have a lot to do with your childhood itself or past relationships. And because of this, you feel like you're taking the long way around solving situations. You've got offers around you and opportunities, but you're not confident about whether or not you can stand on your own 2 feet to take this. And Spirit is showing here that you may need to come to terms with this, maybe give yourself a little bit more time, because remember, we were talking about you've walked into this year as trying to clear slates. You're trying to be a new person. You're trying to put the environment into a place in which you can be more happy and settled and carefree. But what's happened is you have lost a little bit of confidence along the way, because you're feeling as though you're trying to be everything to everybody. And because of this, there is a bit of a lesson here, because Spirit says, look what's happened in the past. You got to a point that you couldn't figure this out. So you're needing to nip it in the bud this time. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting precious energy on trying to compromise all the time, when Spirit's saying, we're going to push your hand so that you can make the right decision based on what you know is going to give you the best of both worlds, but more so the peace of mind that you are needing. So there is an offer around you. There is someone or something that is really putting their feelers out to get you to be more confident, to help you feel a little bit more strength or empowered, but you're not happy with what's happened in the past, and therefore you're a little bit nervous about whether or not this is going to work out and be productive for you. And this is going to affect a lot of your relationship area and also your career area this month. But Spirit does indicate with your health and betterment, you are going to learn to also understand that some of these situations or some of these areas can be quite temporary. So the compromises that you are reaching, they need to be beneficial to you in the long run. And that's what all this planning is about, learning from your past issues and experiences and all the rest of it, so that you can be in a better position within yourself. So throughout this year, throughout this month, you're going to be finding yourself clearing the slate. You have opportunities around you to consider this. You also have an area in which you are going to be looking back over and saying, look, I've wasted a little bit of time here. What do I need to do? I need to have peace of mind that I'm making the right career choices or the right decisions for myself. I've learnt in the past, but I'm still not confident. I'm not confident of my skills. I'm not confident of who I am. And because of this, I'm feeling as though maybe I'm compromising myself, and I feel like I don't want to abuse my power. I don't want to put myself into a position where I might push for something I want and then find out it's not going to be beneficial to me. And Spirit says, but we're forcing you to break this cycle and to nip it in the bud and to solve the problems that need to be solved right now, because this has been a continual cycle for some time. Well, I thank you so much, and I hope that you have enjoyed your Tarotscopes for the time of January 2019.